join. Welcome you all. Okay. Let's wait about 2 to 3 minutes and see whether our friends can join us. Welcome to KA Trade Institute. Our focus today is what? How to plan your trade. How to plan your trade. As we are waiting for our friends, if you can see my screen here, please type hi. If you can see my screen, please type hi. If you're waiting for our friends, and if you can see my screen and hear my voice loud and clearly, please type hi. Okay. We have 4 members. I don't know why. Maybe they are busy. Okay, we don't have time, so let's start. We don't have time. Let's start. Our focus is what? How to what? Plan your trade. How to plan your trade. How to plan your trade. Okay. Before you trade, you need to have something called what? Plan. You need to plan yourself. A plan of trade is more like what? A business. If you get into a certain business, you need to what? You need to what? Plan. You need to make a plan of it. When you get into a business, um, when you get into a certain business, you need to what? Plan. You need to have your plan of what? That business. Let's say you haven't, what do you call it? You want to open a provision store. You have to what? Plan before what? You start. And before you do, you first take a risk, because you will first look at what? You look at the environment. Let's say you want to open provisional store. You look at what? The environment, their needs of what? Your provision store. You need to look at the environment. Then you look at what? The capital that you are going to use to involve. You need to know the capital you need to what? Use to establish that provision store. And also you need to know that daily, how are you going to at least you have to have your daily what? Target of what? Of the provision store you having. So the same thing applies to trading. When you come to forex market, when you come to forex, if you start, if you want to do a forex, in the same way, you have to be what? Knowing your steps of what? Analyzing the market. Because if you are getting into a certain business, you first make what? Analysis. Knowing the location, you identify the location, and then their needs and their wants, what you can sell and what you can what? Also get a profit from it. Then you have to what? Know, you have to select the instrument that follow what? Your strategy. So it's more like having a provision store. You need to what? Know how you talk to what? Your customers. I hope you are getting me. The strategy you will talk to your customers. How are you going to advertise your store? Yeah. And then you need to have what? and entry rule. I'm just going to, so that I will take it one. I will take it and explain it one after the other. I'm going through. I'm just reading to you, and then you have to us knowing where to what exit and or take your profits. You have to also what knowing how you what manage your positions, and then you have to what you have to have what a risk management rule to reward ratio, to reward what risk ratio. Then last one, you have to what generalize generalization of what your trade. That's how you go about it when you get into the market. So let's take it one after the other. When you take steps on how you analyze what your chart, everybody has um for in forex markets, each and everyone has different ways of what analyzing the market. Some are using indicators, that's moving averages, and then um MACDs, and then some are also what doing the technical analysis based on how you do your own, like the one that is always what um um the one that was making profit from it. You must what always be what doing in that way. I hope you are getting me. So everybody having the ways of what making analysis. So when open your chart, you may get something like this. When you open your chart, let's say your ways of what analyzing your chart is what always you want to see yourself, you want to see markets doing what a higher high. You want to see something like this, higher high. Sorry. You want to see price. You want to see price making what higher highs. Oh, why magnet? You want to see yourself. You want to see price in the hot higher highs, higher lows, higher highs, higher lows, higher highs. So, oh, please. Yeah, sorry for the noise. So your trading analysis is what you always want to see what you always want to see price moving in the way of this before you make an entry. So before you trade, you want to see the price moving in this way. That's your step of what making analysis. And someone also having a moving average, he want to see when price able to what when price cross um if price able to what cross the 50 moving average, that's where you are going to what make an entry. And someone also may having MACD or the overbought strategies. If price shows overbought or oversold, that's where you are going to what make your entry. That's your steps of what analyzing the chart. So always, since that is helping you, trading is not like what trading is not like what like it's not something magic. It's just a matter of what following what you think, what you are always doing and making profit from it. It's not the first time that you started that you are going to make profit from it. You may practice it over and over before you are going to get improvement from what you are doing. It's just a matter of what following what you are doing. So if your rule is what, if your way of analyzing the market is always be what, buying on support level and then selling at what, resistance level, you are always going to do in exactly that way. You don't need to what, skip your rule of what, trading. So the steps of analyzing the price is what? Always be in line. It should be always be in line. Let me show you typical example from here. You can see clearly that I made analysis on VIN 75. My rule is what? I'm always placing a trade when price able to what? Break and give me a red test. Not all the time we wait for red test, but mostly I wait for red. Please, the back noise. When you try to mute yourself. When you join, try to mute yourself. Okay. Okay, let's continue. So something like this. If you look at VIN 75, you see how I made the analysis. My rule is what? Yesterday, price was what? Within here. Price was what? Trading this area. It was going up. Oh, sorry. Price was what? Just trading around this area yesterday, since yesterday. So we got a breakout here. And my rule is what? I have to wait for retest at this key level before I made an entry. So you saw me an entry on VIX 75 this morning that I have made entry around this area, exact this area. Because of this, I caught the entry from 1 minute time frame. That's my rule. My entry time frame is always from all the time frames are my entry time frame. The higher time frame are just reading from the direction bias. That's overall hot trend. So I knew that if price able to break this zone, definitely it will go and give me what? A red test before I'll make entry. So I placed a stop buy limit around this area, and I got this one. I took my profits around this area before this rejection came in. So right now I'm not holding any position on VIX 75 because I can see that I can clearly identify the price now what moving in sideways. So this is not my rule of what? Trading. So my way of analyzing the chart is that if price making a sideways, I have to what? Wait before make an entry. I have to a breakout. Please. I have to what? Wait for a breakout before what? Any entry. So that's the reason why I just close my position for this time, because I can see that price now moving a sideways. That's why I mark this area out, so that if I got a breakout on one of them, if I've got a breakout down, I'll wait for retest before making an entry. But if you are able to get a breakout on top, since we are in the uptrend, I can go ahead and make entry right after what? The breakout. Good. The next one is what? The next one is select instrument that's following what? Your strategy. When I wake up, I try to analyze all the indices, and what? The currencies. Then I'll make sure to select the one following my strategy. So I think there are 28 currency pairs. Yes, there are 28 currency pairs. So when you wake up, every day you have to make a new analysis. You have to make a new setup. Every present day, you have to get a new what? Setup. We are all daily traders. We are not those who are holding position for months. We are daily profits. We are interested in what? The daily profits we can make in a day. So if you wake up in a day, just analyze your chart and see the price or the chart or instrument that is what? Following your strategy. Your strategy is what? You wait for moving average to get across before what? You make entry. I hope you are getting me. You are always saying that if price trading below the moving 200 moving average, you are not going to look to what? Sell, and you are not going to buy. You always want to buy when price hits this moving. You want to sell. Sorry, you always want to enter sell position when price what hits the moving average here. You don't want to buy. You are only interested in what selling opportunity when price is what moving in what in a uptrend. If price moving in uptrend, you are interested to buy, and if price moving in the downtrend, you are interested what to sell. I hope you are getting me. So that's your what your rule and your strategy what your strategy rule. So if this is your strategy rule, you may open a certain chart that is what following that strategy. You open VIX 75, you open VIX 10, or you may open VIX 100. You may like any chart. Then that if that chart or if that instrument is following your strategy, your steps of what trading, meaning you can what make analysis on that asset, then you start trading. It's not all the time that you are going to see yourself trading VIX 75, VIX 75 or VIX 50 or VIX 51 SM. You are going to see yourself trading GIN USB. No, if you do that, you will make money today, and tomorrow you give all of this all of it to us to your broker again. We don't do that. You have to follow the instruments that is what being following what your strategy. I hope you are getting me. Yeah. And then the next one is what having an entry rule. Good. Before you trade, you need to what have um you have to have an what entry rule. Your strategy is what always you buy when price hits a resistance level. You what you sell, and if price hits support level, you do what you buy here. So if price hits here and you begin to buy, if price hits support level, resistance level, and you begin to what buying from here, meaning you have skipped from what your strategy, you are going to lose. Your strategy is that your entry rule is that you buy from where you buy when price hits support level, and you sell when price hits resistance level. So if price hits resistance level and you begin to sell from there, you escape from what your strategy rule. And also, if price hits support level when you begin to start selling, you escape from what your strategy rule. So what you do is that as soon as you see the price on support level, your trading rule is what is telling you to buy. Then you buy here, your stop loss is below the resistance the support level. Do you get it? So if you're able to go in this way, then you always be profitable. Not that you are going to make profit all the time, but mostly your profit will be what overcome your losses. You always close with blue color because you are following profitable what strategy. So you buy, you if price hit the support level, you are going to buy to what to this resistance level, meaning that if price hits here, you are going to take your profit. I hope you are getting me. And if price hits here, you are now going to look to what to sell again. So these are what your entry rule. This is what you want to see before what you make an entry. Good. Our next one is what knowing where to exit and knowing where to exit or what take your profit. The same way, if you buy here, if you place a buy here, meaning you are looking to what to sell, and you are looking, if price hit this resistance, we are looking to sell. If you are looking to sell right now, meaning if you are in trade, you have to start taking your profits around here. You have to start taking your profit. And if you sell here, meaning you are going to take your profit around here. So you must always know where you should what buy, or you must always know where you should what take a profit. Because let's say you having something like this, an uptrend like this, and you're able to cut the trend around this area, you place a trade here. Okay, no. Um, you place, maybe you bought it here. you place buy entry around here, and you are making this as your what, your TP. What you do is that um you know that definitely if price hits this level, it may get a potential rejection. Even let's say this zone, if price hit this area, it may get what, a potential rejection. So if you place a buy here, meaning that your last TP should be what, here. Don't be thinking that price what will break. We don't trade what we think. There's one key you need to what, always put in your mind. We don't trade what you think, but we trade what the market what does. If we're trading VIX 75 and we place a trade here, and we said price what will break this zone and continue buying, before you realize, you will see the recent price below your entry, and we are going to cry. Meanwhile, from here to here, you made a nice profit. But because of your greedy, you are going to close with red color, or you are, let's say if here is what, $200, from here to there, you get $200 on profits. And you were thinking that price what will break this zone and continue buying. So you leave your trade and you slip off. The time you wake up, you saw the price below your key, your entry rule, and you are going to cry. It will lead you to what, to blow your account. So always you have to note that if price hits this exact area, we are going to get what, a rejection. I did the same thing this morning. I did the same thing. I bought on V75. I bought it here. I placed buy entry right after this candle. I placed buy entry here, and I put my stop loss below that lows here. And you see, I'm sure you saw that my TP was what, here, around here. I put my TP around here. The reason why I put my TP here is that I knew that if price hits that zone, we are going to get what, a very strong rejection. Because if you look at this space, there is what, a very a consolidation zone, or there's a very fighting area there. So definitely price will go and come back and collect some liquidity from that zone. Price will go and come back and collect some liquidity from there before the up move. So what I did is that if I able to get the trend here, then I have to take the first TP from here. I have to take it from here. That's why I put my TP this area. So right after my TP hit, price move to up a little. And then the next what, it be what, bunyam to the downside. Meaning if I was in, if I'm still in, right now, I have reduced what, my profit. But from here to here, I got about what, $200 profit from here. $200 plus from here to here, it was what, $200 plus. But if I said, oh, price will continue move up, right now the profit has what, reduced. It has what, reduced. So what we do is that you wait, what, you take your profit from the second zone. If price able to break that zone, then it will give you another chance to what, to make another entry. Because we are daily traders, we are not what, those who are holding for some weeks. And if you want to hold for some weeks or some months, that one day you have to what, look the entry from higher time frame. But if you look the entry from the lower time frame, don't be expecting to hold for some weeks. Don't be expecting. If someone tell you that you are a scalper trader, just be okay with that, because the master trader is one who are trading and get, or the one who is trading and adding fund to his fund every present day. If you're able to add fund into your account, meaning that you are a master trader. We don't have any professional trader anywhere. The professional trader is someone who are trading, getting money. If we're able to trade and get $10 daily, meaning you are also professional trader. Because someone having let's say nine strategies, powerful 9 strategies, and if the person not able to manage his trade or risk very well, your 1%, maybe someone also having only 1% strategy that working. If that person able to manage the trade very well, that person can make money than the one who are what, having 9 strategies. So always be what? Be comfortable with what you are doing and try to know what we're doing in the market. I hope you are getting me. We have someone who are having a sales station, but that person don't have money. We have someone also who are just sell, who is just what, and a police seller, but that person always having some to give to his children. We call that if you talk about businessman, then the one who are selling the polish is a businessman than what the one who have having a sales station, because he have not been able to manage what the business very well. Due to that, always adding debt to um 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 his what. Yeah. So that's all. So let's go on. The next one is what? Knowing how you what manage your position. The same way. I hope you are getting me. So let's say you make let's say this is your trade. You made what? You made an entry here. You made entry here. I'm sure you always are seeing me break even. You made entry here and price able to move or sit from your entry and we're in blue, you are in profit. There's one rule in my mind. I shouldn't allow red position to become what? Red. If we're if we're trading something like VIX 75 and gold and then GBP USD, and if we're in blue, do not allow blue change to red. If we're in nice blue, that's my rule. Even if you're able to pick 0.00 dollar, I'm okay with this than what? Taking loss. I'm okay with this than what? Taking a loss. So if you look at my history, you will never understand me. So if you place a trade here and price able to set from your entry, how to manage your trade is what? Your stop loss was here. You have to what? Shift your stop loss to your entry. What? You have to what? Able to shift, adjust your stop loss to break even, to secure what? Some profits. Because the trade, you are not the one controlling the chart. Though we know that your TP is here, definitely you may place your TP around this area. So what you do to get your TP is that you have to adjust in what? Your stop loss. You have to do what? Continue adjusting what? Your stop loss to what? To lock or to secure some profits. So let's say the recent price is here. Your stop loss should be what? Around this area. Do you get it? So if you break this even here, meaning that you are waiting to what? To get your TP here. I hope you are getting me. So your entry should be managed in accordingly. Do not be allowed blue position to turn to red. That one there is not good at all. I hope you are getting me. So, okay. Next one is what? Have what? A risk management route what? To reward risk ratio. If you haven't risk, many traders don't know how to manage risk. And this is the one killing most of us. This is the one killing most of us. So let's say you haven't, I knew that for now, most of us cannot what, deposit $1,000. Most of us cannot deposit $1,000. But if you have $100 account, if you have $100 account, know that let's say this is ceiling and this is the floor. You buy on where you buy at what? Support level, and you sell at resistance level, and you place an entry here. I think time is getting up. Oh. Guys, let me close this one and settle the new one so that we can ask questions too. I think this one is getting time. So I will send you a new link for continuation and the questions. I'm ending the meeting now.